Hey guys, it's your girl twalacole, aka Sister Cole, and over here, you know what I like? I like to cook clean, lookbooks, hauls. Over here, honey, I just life. Okay.
Someone must have broken my heart, like really torn it apart in another life, in another life. Someone must have really picked me up, like caused my heart to stop in.
To the topic. All right, you guys, I want to talk to you guys about a topic that I've never really discussed it in full or discussed it, thoroughly. I may have mentioned it, did a pass with a drive by, but I've never really sat down and discuss it, okay? So I'm going to discuss it with you guys today because I feel like maybe my journey can help someone out there that may be dealing with the same thing that I am dealing with, okay? So I want to talk about my hair loss, okay? It's not until as of late that I'm comfortable talking about this topic, all right? So you guys, I have suffered a lot of hair damage due to being diagnosed with lupus, okay? I have discoid lupus, and discoid lupus is when certain parts of your skin is impacted by the disease, okay? So lupus, how it impacts me is it impacts me through my skin, all right? Or in my skin or with my skin, whichever way. And not only does it impact my skin or make me have issues with my skin, also like with my limbs as well. I have arthritis in my knees mainly, and but the major part is my hair, my scalp. That's the major area, okay? And here and then I will get all type of weird rashes, It used to be on my legs. The rashes used to come on my legs, and then I would have then it would feel like my legs was just itching and I could never find the itch, and I would be scratching. So that's one of the things. But the major part where lupus impact me is my scalp, and just the other stuff that comes along with it, fatigue, and like I said, arthritis, like in my knees, and just sometimes my limbs just hurt in general. So sometimes, like with lupus, you get flares, and flares is like when flares is when you have inflammation in the body. So when I get like inflammation, it like impacts my limbs, or I feel very fatigued, I feel very tired, and it's like a tired that you can't get rid of. You just feel really, really tired, and sometimes flu-like symptoms, and just like feeling really bad, right? Okay, but the major part is my scalp, all right? I lost a lot of my hair. All right, a lot of my hair. And you guys, before I lost my hair, I had a beautiful head of hair. I had very fast growing hair. My hair, I could wear it straight, or I could wear it natural, beautiful set of curls with the right product. So I had a beautiful, beautiful head of hair, and it grew fast, okay? And it was very thick and very healthy, all right? And then one day I just noticed that I start to get patches, and then the patches, they burst, and then they became inflamed, and it was just a very, very hard time of my life. And this happened when I was in my late 30s, and my hair started to fall out. The first it was inflamed, and it started to fall out, and when it was falling out, I didn't know that I had lupus at the time. It was hard, you guys. I'm telling you, that period of life, it was very hard. It started to fall out. All my beautiful long hair started to fall off, and it got really short. And then I was trying to, some parts was longer than the other. And then I went through the stage where I was trying to cover like the spots and everything like that, because like I told you, I could wear my hair natural. So I would try to fluff it out, you know, and everything like that to cover, but it just got so bad that I couldn't do it anymore. So then that's when I started to get into wigs, and it wasn't by choice, but it was by necessity, because, you know, I couldn't even wear my hair, you know, because of the different spots, you know, which were mainly like in the front. I couldn't even wear my hair cut small or cut low, because I also, you know, I deal with discoloration of my scalp, okay? And yo, it's a whole movie. It's a whole mess. So, because of that, you know, I wear wigs, you know, but I'm not gonna hold you guys. I felt really bad when it first started to happen. I felt sad. I felt, oh God, it was just horrible. Like, you know, being a woman, you know, at that time, how I felt, I just felt like, oh my gosh, I look horrible, you know, boy, when my husband looks at me, you know, gosh, he's just gonna see this horrible looking woman, this horrible looking person. It just was a very, very rough time, you guys. But as I was going through this, first of all, I just thank God. I thank God that I have a relationship with Him, and I was able to, you know, pray and cry out to the Lord, and to gain inner strength. And I just thank God that my husband was so supportive, you guys. And you know, if you guys look at my live from the other day, I talk about how do you know when you have that special one, and I had mentioned, you know, really try to observe the person's behaviors. And, you know, my husband, I knew that he was a good person, that he had empathy and sympathy for people even before I married him. So even though I had fear of him, you know, seeing my scalp and everything like that, you know, but because he's such a beautiful person on the inside, he really knew how to encourage me and support me. And I thank God for that, because I don't know how I would have made it if I did not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. And even though I prayed and believed, you know, just prayed to God for strength. The Bible says iron sharpeneth iron. So I was so glad that he was so supportive and just loved me during that time, you know, because it was really a rough time. It was very challenging, you know, to go through that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you guys, even now, sometimes, you know, sometimes I you know, feel a little down about the situation, you know, not being able to just not being able to have my hair. It sometimes it feels away. I'm not gonna hold you guys. It feels away, and especially when you see people with beautiful hair and stuff, and it's not like being jealous or nothing like that, but it's like a reminder of what my hair used to be back then, right? And then the struggle with sometimes with wigs, it brings me into a little funk sometimes, because it's like so much, you guys. It's so much to deal with the situation. Like, like say if I'm going swimming, say in the summertime, I want to go swimming, or if I want to go to the amusement park or something like that. I have to put so much thought into what, how what I'm going to do with my hair for that day, right? I have to put so much thought because, I don't want to go on a ride or do something like that where it may take off my wig. I have to think about stuff like that, or it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Usually I will get a nice wet and wavy wig, and then I would install it till I would use my glue, super hold glue. I mean, stitch it a little bit, because I do have some of my hair. Right? But I have so many spots and everything, especially in the front. That's why I have to wear the wigs, but I do have some of my hair, so I can attach my wigs or whatever to my hair. And the thing is, because my hair is so fast growing and it's still that way, the parts that the hair that I still have, it grows very fast. Same way, it grows very fast, but it's nothing I can really do with it because of the hair loss that I have endured, and especially in the front. So it's nothing that I can really do with it. So it's like I go through spouts to where I'm shaving it off, letting it grow, shaving it off, letting it grow. So I figured that it's better to let it grow, because I can braid it up and I can, stitch, especially if I'm going on vacation, water parks, or stuff like that. So not only am I using my glue, but I'm stitching it just to make sure that it's secure, because I don't want to have any mishaps or problems, because I truly within myself will be hella embarrassed. So that's like the many, it's the struggles that I have, but I do thank God that there is a remedy for me, that there is help for me, which are are the wigs. I thank God for that. And I always tell myself that it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? It could be worse. And it could be a situation where, where I may not be able to do anything about it. So I do thank God for that, I always say I have lupus, but lupus don't have me. So even though I go through my seasons of sometimes feeling sad or missing, my full head of beautiful hair, even though I may go through times like that, I do speak, to myself, within myself, and just thank God is not as bad as it could be. I thank God that I do have a remedy, which is wigs, So I just encourage myself. To be grateful and to be thankful that I am here in the land of the living, and to be thankful that, that I can, I can wear my wigs and look on the bright side, because, now I can choose many different hairstyles and stuff like that. So I always bring myself, when I'm feeling away or when I'm feeling down, I bring myself back into reality, because life could be worse, or I could not have life. There's so many people I know that have lupus, and they are you know, they are really going through it. They're really going through it. So, you know, some people have lupus, systemic lupus, where it really attacks their organs, you know. So I just thank God, you know, and remind myself, you know what, it could be worse. And I just get myself out of those the feelings of sadness or depression, you know, and just be like, look, I speak to myself. I say, girl, you're being ungrateful. You're being ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, life is not over, you know? So, you know, I just give myself a little talk and just be grateful that I'm here in the land of the living, you know, and I'm grateful that I'm able to get the wigs and stuff. Yeah. So the only thing now is I need to get better with installing wigs. You know what I'm saying? You know, you would think that I would be the best wig installer in the world, but I do have a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but I'm just really grateful, and I hope that, you know, this talk is helping someone, you know, out there, that if you are going through something, because you know, yours may not be hair loss, it may be something else. Just be encouraged and be the best that you can be and do the best that you can, you know, and just always look at the good things in life. Always look at the pros in life. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the good things and when you look at the pros and when you look at how far you've come and how blessed you are just to be here in the land of the living, it kind of makes the problem look a little minute, a little small. You understand? You know, because you realize things could be worse. You start to realize that. So you just become grateful of what you have and where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So I just really said, you know what? I'm just going to take this time out and really share my story and just really hope that it helps somebody else. Life is not always easy. It really is not. And especially in this day and time that we're living in now, it's not easy. You know, that we were faced with so many challenges, and yes, hair loss to me is definitely a challenge, but I'm not easily defeated by challenges. You know what I'm saying? And I come to realization that my hair, or lack thereof, does not define me as a person. What defines me as a person is my gifts that God has given me, my love for people, my willingness to help others, and me pushing myself, you understand, to be the best person that I can be. That is what defines me. Not my chronic illness, not my hair loss. So anyone out there that is facing a challenge, be encouraged. Be encouraged. And concentrate on you and what you've done, what you're doing, and how you're being a blessing and you're helping somebody else. And just know that you are beautiful the way you are. Despise the challenges or the defects or the issues that you're going through. So don't forget, you are blessed and highly favored. Mwah, mwah, mwah.